On October 21st, IBJ unveils the 2025 Women of Influence. Join us to celebrate Indy's most inspiring leaders and hear the powerful stories behind their success. Don't miss this moment. Register now at ibj.com/influence2025.
South Bend, Elkhart, in the spotlight this week. We dig into the past, present, and future of this manufacturing mecca. Plus,
the employees here at Kem Krest are not going the traditional route when it comes to health benefits. We'll tell you how this company is cutting out the insurance middleman, coming up in the business of health.
And Indiana's hotspots for family-friendly dining in this month's Trendiana. Inside Indiana Business is next.
From Indiana's business news leader, this is IBJ Media's Inside Indiana Business with Gerry Dick, presented by Elevate Ventures, Indiana University, and Liuna.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick, coming to you this week from downtown South Bend, which provided the backdrop this week for our Innovate Indiana Series. South Bend, Elkhart, this region, the fifth of 9 stops we're making around the state of Indiana, focusing on regional economies. I'm standing in front of one of several major projects in downtown South Bend, the Patient Tower at Memorial Hospital, part of more than $1 billion in investment targeted for downtown South Bend. It's reflective of momentum in the region, the South Bend Elkhart region in transformation from traditional manufacturing to technology, innovation, and advanced industries, and quality of life projects that stand to redefine what's next here. Like the Madison Lifestyle District, it's one of the largest projects ever downtown, more than $500 million in public-private money. That includes the new Memorial Hospital Patient Tower, apartments, a hotel, retail, and parking. There's more than $60 million in improvements at the historic Morris Performing Arts Center, and also an emerging tech and talent district downtown. Led by Notre Dame, it's focused on research, industry, and entrepreneurship. The first phase, redevelopment of the former South Bend Tribune building into a new research and office building. And The Link, a 1.5-mile pedestrian and bike trail connecting downtown South Bend with the Notre Dame campus, a physical and symbolic link to what's next. 15 miles from downtown in New Carlisle, there is explosive growth. Amazon Web Services building an $11 billion data center campus, the largest capital investment in Indiana history, with plans for 1,000 jobs there. Amazon also has just opened a robotics-driven fulfillment center in Elkhart, with plans for 1,000 jobs there. There's a $3 billion electric vehicle battery plant being built in New Carlisle, a joint venture between GM and Samsung SDI that's expected to employ 1,700. And the region continues to have a connection to the world through cutting-edge research and innovation at Notre Dame and Elkhart's longstanding title as the RV capital of the world. And joining me now with additional perspective on momentum in the South Bend Elkhart region, pleased to be joined by South Bend Mayor James Mueller and also Bethany Hartley, who is the CEO of the South Bend Elkhart Regional Partnership. Thanks for joining us on a beautiful day in downtown South Bend. Mayor, we're in the shadow of the memorial, the hospital tower that is going up. $500 million, maybe $1 billion ultimately downtown targeted here. Yeah. Is this kind of a tipping point for downtown South Bend?
I mean, this is certainly we're building on the progress that we've had, and we've had good progress, at least historically, over the past several decades, and this is really moving up to that next level. This is $500 million just on the north side of downtown alone. A lot of new residents it will fill this part of town, bring some more life and vibrancy, and there's then even more, as you said, $1 billion or more in the remainder of downtown.
Certainly the University of Notre Dame is an important partner for the region, for the state as well. And this emerging tech and talent district in downtown South Bend is part of that. Notre Dame investing a lot of money to put some resources, some assets downtown.
Absolutely, and the Tech and Talent Hub will be just south of this district here, and so it's all coming together in a way that, you know, over time, as these developments are built and come to life, there will be a continuity that you expect in a successful downtown.
Bethany, as you look at the region, a lot of investment. New Carlisle is a great example of things going on there, but these are big global companies that are looking at the South Bend-Elkhart region and making investment.
Yes, and it's a wonderful thing. We love to have the global eyes on this region. We have a lot of things going for us, as the mayor referenced, and we think about the global companies that are already headquartered here, like the Lipperts and the Thors, and how do we keep that momentum going. Yeah. And so we honor our legacy industry and our companies that are here and training our workforce and hiring our people, and also look at what does this momentum bring. It brings new startups, new suppliers, new companies, new people. We need to increase our talent attraction. We need more working age folks in this region, and that's what draws them here.
You mentioned talent, and in particular young talent.
Yes.
Is that really a focus, and what kinds of things could be done to make that happen?
Yes, so it's a both and. We have a talent attraction program for the entire region where we're recruiting folks into the region for entry-level positions from our graduates that are coming out of our 9 higher eds in this region, as well as that advanced talent that our companies need. We're right in front of Memorial Hospital. They are hiring superior talent in physicians and administration, and we need to attract those folks to this region, and quality of place is that attractor. How are they going to spend their 5 to 9 after their 9 to 5? So we're all rowing in the same direction of this, and the seeds that we've been planting for the past couple decades are starting to bear fruit, which is very exciting, and we just need to keep planting.
Mayor, you're talking about talent attraction and young talent and looking to the future. I know you christened earlier in the year a trail, a bike and pedestrian trail from downtown South Bend to the Notre Dame campus. That's a physical connection, but is it also symbolic of where you see things headed here in South Bend?
Absolutely. The university and the city relationship has grown each decade over my lifetime, and that continues into the 2020s, and this is a really new level of partnership.
And that growth comes with a demand for housing. We talked about some of the projects downtown related to housing. I know there are projects in the region as well, in particular in Goshen, that really address the housing issue.
Yes, so housing, we couldn't get enough of it, to be honest, of all kinds. Single homes, multi-use, all of it. We'll take all of it. We need attainable housing. And over in Goshen, Cherry Creek is one of the ready projects that our RDA invested in, and it's going to bring online a couple thousand units, and it's cradle to grave. So thinking about not only housing, but childcare, senior living facilities, walkability. In downtown Elkhart, there's the River District that's coming alive and taking a very intentional approach to urban density, and the mayor referenced this in South Bend, looking at how do we make it walkable, accessible, and available to all levels of talent, all workforces, and that is a huge priority for our region, and we couldn't get enough of it.
Very good. Lots going on certainly in South Bend and in the South Bend-Elkhart region as well. Mayor James Mueller, also Bethany Hartley, the CEO of the South Bend-Elkhart Regional Partnership. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have much more ahead for you from our IBJ Media Inside Indiana Business Innovate Indiana Series in the South Bend region, including a look inside an Elkhart-based supply chain company and what it's doing to save money for companies and employees alike.
The challenges are real.
Type 2 diabetes rising
Small
faster
businesses
among
need help.
Alzheimer's cases rising as population.
Solutions.
They said it'll never happen.
It's too hard. Nothing will change.
Can't compete.
You'll never solve it.
And we said, watch us.
Buying or selling a home is too important to go it alone. Realtors are on your side when it matters most, as local housing experts with insight that goes deeper than a set of search results. With a strict code of ethics and higher professional standards to protect your interests. And with a commitment to Indiana, standing up for homeowners and taxpayers, supporting our economy, and working for stronger communities.
Indiana Realtors, the neighbors you know, the experts you trust, will find your way home.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
My bold ambition for us today, for us collectively, is we all leave here informed, inspired, and ready to go take the next chapter, to build the next chapter of this economy even stronger.
That's IBJ Media President Mitch Frazier speaking at this week's Innovate Indiana event. More than 250 business, academic, and community leaders crowding into the Gillespie Conference Center on the campus of St. Mary's College. The event included Indiana Secretary of Energy Susie Jaworowski's views on nuclear energy's role in the state's future, and a panel discussion focused on growth challenges and opportunities in the South Bend-Elkhart region. Next up for our Innovate Indiana series, we'll be in Bloomington on the campus of Indiana University, October 24th. Well, certainly innovation is a buzzword percolating around the state of Indiana, and it's happening real time with several companies here in the South Bend-Elkhart region, including Elkhart-based Kem Krest. It's a transportation supply chain company that is lowering the cost of health care benefits by cutting out the insurance middleman. Business of Health reporter Kylie Valletta explains.
Thanks, Gary. We're at Kem Krest in Carmel, where employees are busy keeping the production floor moving. The company is just one of many in Indiana taking a unique approach to health benefits. Kem Krest's Carmel location will soon be following the same strategy already working at its headquarters in Elkhart to reduce one of the biggest costs for companies.
Break it down on a line item. First, you have salaries. Second, you have facilities. And third is healthcare.
Kem Krest CEO Amish Shah says salaries and facilities are predictable, but the cost of health benefits.
It is a wild card, yeah, the biggest wild card.
The company has dramatically cut its healthcare costs by using a model that's gaining traction called Direct to Employer, or DTE.
I'm here for my appointment today.
Kem Krest's company headquarters in Elkhart was its first location to use the DTE model, which cuts out the insurance middleman by having a company partner directly with a local health system.
And frankly, when it comes to healthcare, it's hard. You only have so many levers that you can pull, and we spent a lot of time thinking about how can we try and innovate or optimize our healthcare environment.
The partnership with South Bend-based Beacon Health included opening an on-site free clinic at its Elkhart headquarters for employees and their families. Kem Krest says the DTE model saved more than $800,000 last year alone in total health care expenses.
There have been hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in savings by renewal rates not increasing. We went several years with zero increase. And so I think that in itself is extraordinary. I don't know that there's that many businesses out there that have seen a 0% increase in renewal rates.
The DTE model has been good medicine for others, too. Hendricks Regional Health has more than 600 DTE contracts with Hoosier employers. Kem Krest is now using the model at 3 of its locations, and Carmel is next, and will also have an on-site clinic. Beacon says the model isn't for everyone, but it is an opportunity to be innovative.
We feel also that it kind of holds our feet to the fire as a healthcare provider, and that's a good thing. And when it comes to providing value for the employer, being transparent with cost structure, and then having a convenient model.
Beacon will also be the provider for the on-site clinic here at Kem Krest when it opens, and that will be Beacon's first foray into the Indianapolis market. Gary, back to you.
Should also mention that Kem Krest CEO Amish Shah is among Indiana's most influential business leaders. Amish making the coveted Indiana 250 list 4 years in a row. Well, also here in the region, new housing coming to a place that once brewed a popular Indiana beer.
The Studi is a beauty that is utterly, neatly, superbly, completely different by design.
The former Drury's brewing site in downtown South Bend, set to become a new 150-unit housing development. The project is part of a $61 million overall investment for the area, partly being funded by a $3 million Indiana Ready grant. Our boots on the ground in South Bend, Inside Indiana business reporter Inyola Longue explains why the development is significant to the overall growth of the region.
I think it's about going from brownfield to bright future for this downtown area. So we're going to be seeing a lot of new housing coming to the area, green spaces coming to the area, and bringing new life to an area that has been experiencing decay, industrial decay for the longest.
And adding to the attractiveness for young professionals to the Drury site, it will connect to the Notre Dame campus via the Link Trail. And we are back in studio for the rest of our show. with a look at what's next after the pause button is hit on a major project in Vincennes, and Indiana flexing its military might in the defense sector.
Federal carry,
Allison Transmission securing a multi-million-dollar tie to the most powerful tank on the battlefield. Details when we return.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures.
The Indiana Breast Cancer Awareness Trust may not be a name you immediately recognize, but no doubt you've seen our license plate on cars all around town.
Each time a plate is purchased or renewed, we receive $25. These funds allow us to provide free mammograms, diagnostic procedures, and support services to underserved Hoosiers.
We also provide scholarships to support Indiana students who have a parent going through treatment or who have lost a parent to the disease.
Over the past 20 years, we have funded more than $7.5 million to serve fellow Hoosiers.
You see, it's more than a pretty plate. Learn more at breastcancerplate.org.
Here's what's making news around Indiana. Brought to you by the Indiana Association of Realtors. Indiana's 21,000 realtors. The neighbors you know, the experts you can count on.
And we begin this week with big changes coming for Batesville-based Hillenbrand, a Hoosier company that's been around for some 165 years. Hillenbrand set to be sold to a private investment firm in a deal valued at nearly $4 billion. When the deal is done with Dallas-based Lone Star Funds, Hillenbrand will no longer be a publicly traded company. Hillenbrand's history in Indiana dates back to 1861, starting out in the timber industry, expanding to become a leading manufacturer of caskets and hospital beds, eventually evolving into a global giant in the processing equipment world, which includes durable plastics, food, and recycling. Hillenbrand employs more than 10,000 people around the globe. Some good news for Kokomo. Stellantis says it will invest $13 billion, its largest U.S. investment ever, and add 5,000 jobs as it looks to increase domestic vehicle production by 50%. The investment in jobs will be spread across plants in Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. The auto giant has 3 plants in Kokomo and employs more than 6,000 Hoosiers. Job security for the 3,000 Hoosiers who work at Indianapolis-based Allison Transmission. The company securing another big deal with the U.S. military. Allison has been awarded a $97 million contract to support the U.S. Army's Abrams main battle tank program. It comes after Allison secured more than $163 million over the past 2 years to provide transmissions for the military's Abrams program. Allison and the military have worked together for nearly 5 decades. The CEO of Vincennes-based Agro Renew says while plans to build a $79 million bioplastics facility in Vincennes are now suspended, he's still hopeful it will come to fruition. Agro Renew's facility would transform waste from local melon farmers into biodegradable plastic products like straws and grocery bags. The company cites unforeseen circumstances and growing financial constraints on out-of-country deliverables among the reasons to suspend plans for that plant.
It's a project in the future. Just while we're dealing with the lead times and the trade tariffs and and all the delivery issues and challenges, we didn't want to keep kicking the can down the street.
For now, the company has transferred the land allocated for the project back to the county and reimbursed monies it received as part of an incentive package. Well, Indiana's $25 billion restaurant industry on the menu in this month's Trendiana report. Yelp's Brittany Smith with 5 of the best family-friendly places to eat around Indiana.
Thanks, Gary. If you're looking for an easy and delicious weeknight meal now that school is back in session, we've tapped into the Yelp data to find 5 of the kid-friendly spots across the state that are adored by the kiddos. And we are here at His Place Eatery, its original location in Indianapolis, to find out what all the fuss is about. Teaser, it may have something to do with their chicken and waffles and smoked chicken wings. Let's go inside and check it out. All right, we're here in the kitchen now with Chef James, also the owner. Chef James, walk us through. What are we going to be making? That's one of the kid-friendly dishes you've got on the menu.
All right, so, kids love grilled cheese sandwiches. So we do a couple of smokehouse grilled cheese sandwiches. We do a brisket grilled cheese, a pulled pork grilled cheese, and a smoked turkey grilled cheese. So you're going to help me make a brisket grilled cheese sandwich.
I love it. Put me to work. Okay, what are we going to do?
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some thick sliced bread. All right, we're going to butter our bread. So we got a butter wheel.
Okay.
All right, just take this right here.
Here, roll it over.
I'll show you. We're going to roll it over here.
Oh, I love it.
Get it nice and buttery and put it down on the grill.
For the secret behind the magic here. Okay.
All right, now while that's working, we're going to grab some cheese.
2 pieces on each one.
Nice
Look at that. No wonder they love it.
Homemade sauce. And we're going to drizzle some sauce over each side. We're going to put our chopped brisket on the grill and let this start warming up as well.
What are some of your other dishes that you would say a lot of kids or families are ordering on the menu?
So again, we have a kids chicken and waffle. And chicken and waffle is very, very kid-friendly, and we have a lot of versions of chicken and waffle. So we have a peach cobbler chicken and waffle that has ice cream with it, and a peach cobbler on top of it. Then we have a red velvet chicken and waffle that has a cream cheese glaze on it. And then we have a churro chicken and waffle where we take the waffle, we cook it, we cut it, and then we deep fry it. Then we toss it in cinnamon sugar. And we serve it with caramel and we serve it with some chicken.
A dessert for lunch. I love it.
Exactly. You can't go wrong. Our goal is to create an atmosphere where everybody feels welcome. And that has been our goal from day one. So, so we kind of strive to make people feel like almost like you're going to grandma's house.
Yes.
So everybody loves going to grandma's house. The kids love coming to grandma's house because it's like getting a big hug. And the kids will leave full and they'll fall asleep in the car.
Well, Chef James, thanks so much for having us in the kitchen here at His Place Eatery.
All right, we appreciate you coming out and spending that morning with us.
Thank you. Well, here are 5 other great spots you can check out across the state for kid-friendly eats. Payne's Restaurant in Gas City, Indiana, known for their fish and chips and British chicken curry. Tuttle Orchard in Greenfield, Indiana, now is the perfect time of year to visit for their fall eats and farm, alongside with You Pick Apples. And then Half Liter Beer and Barbecue Hall in Indianapolis in the Sorbo neighborhood. I personally can't recommend their bingo nights with family enough. It's hard to beat. Last but not least, the Hoppy Gnome in Fort Wayne, Indiana, known for their duck mole tacos and dessert nachos. Well, I'm Brittany Smith with Yelp. Thanks for joining us on a tour of kid-friendly eats across the state.
All right, Brittany, thank you. We'll be right back with more from Northern Indiana. Stay with us.
Buying or selling a home is too important to go it alone. Realtors are on your side when it matters most, as local housing experts with insight that goes deeper than a set of search results. With a strict code of ethics and higher professional standards to protect your interests. And with a commitment to Indiana, standing up for homeowners and taxpayers, supporting our economy, and working for stronger communities.
Indiana Realtors, the neighbors you know, the experts you trust, will find your way home.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures.
Northeast Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Fort Wayne. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Northeast Indiana, a powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation, and what's next for the region. Join us at the Grand Wayne Center Tuesday, November 18th for Innovate Northeast Indiana, part of the Innovate Indiana Series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate.
The challenges are real.
Type 2 diabetes rising
Small
faster
businesses
among
need help.
Alzheimer's
cases rising as population.
Solutions. They said it'll never happen.
It's too hard.
Nothing will change.
Can't compete.
You'll never solve it.
And we said, watch us.
Time now for our Eye on Education, brought to you by PNC Bank.
Well, the University of Evansville is taking a victory lap after cashing in on a highly successful sports season last year in volleyball, soccer, and baseball.
On the ground, right side, McGinnis to first, and the 4-seed Evansville has done it. They're headed to the Supers for the first time in program history.
Well, both U of E's baseball and soccer teams reached the NCAA tournament for the first time in years last season. That helped push some $800,000 in ticket sales into Evansville's athletic department, the highest amount in more than a decade. Well, circling back to where we began this week with our IBJ Media Inside Indiana Business Innovate Indiana Series in northern Indiana. These images from Goshen in Elkhart County. It's a city of 34,000 that is in the heart of the RV capital of the world. And Mayor Gina Lichty tells me manufacturing remains the engine that drives the city's economy.
Goshen and Elkhart County as a whole are the manufacturing heartbeat of America. 1 in 3 jobs in our community are production related. You know, it's been said that we are the canary in the coal mine because we're very sensitive to economic shifts and shocks. So whether that's related to access to supplies or to labor changes, we're going to feel it first in Elkhart County and in Goshen.
Mayor Lichty points to continued investment in quality of place projects as a big focus as well, including a 1,200 home subdivision that's currently being developed. The region also seeing a renewed focus on innovation and entrepreneurship. The latest example, the Momentum Entrepreneurship Hub that just opened in South Bend.
So we visited a bunch of other cities, Austin, LA, Chicago, Indy, and picked out the best things that they were doing in their entrepreneurship ecosystems and thought, why not here in South Bend? And so we essentially took the best of the best and tried to create that here at Momentum.
Chris Premer says his goal is to create the front door for the region's next generation of business success stories. And it seems appropriate to leave you this week with video from the Indiana Dinosaur Museum, South Bend. It's the brainchild of South Bend chocolate founder and entrepreneur Mark Turner. It opened about a year ago near South Bend International Airport. It's already attracted more than 100,000 visitors to the region. Enjoy. I'm Gerry Dick. Go out and make it a successful week.
The Indiana Breast Cancer Awareness Trust may not be a name you immediately recognize, but no doubt you've seen our license plate on cars all around town.
Each time a plate is purchased or renewed, we receive $25. These funds allow us to provide free mammograms, diagnostic procedures, and support services to underserved Hoosiers.
We also provide scholarships to support Indiana students who have a parent going through treatment or who have lost a parent to the disease.
Over the past 20 years, we have funded more than $7.5 million to serve fellow Hoosiers.
You see, it's more than a pretty plate. Learn more at breastcancerplate.org.
have you been up to?
Oh, you know.
Oh, I see it's not flossing. I just added some secret weapons to my toolkit.
Huh?
They help me drill down further, digging deeper than I ever could before. Into my business and personal finances with Lake City Bank Digital.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Now let's take care of that tooth.
Add sharper tools for your money with Lake City Bank Digital.
You are all set, Brian.
I'm Devin.
I'm Tiffany Souter, mom of four, wife, entrepreneur, and host of the Life of And podcast. For years, I built my life with brute force, a successful business, a growing family, and absolutely zero margin. I was tired, snappy, and felt constantly behind, and I was too afraid to admit it. Everything changed when I stopped trying to do more and started building systems that actually worked for my real life. If you too are craving more peace, more presence, and just more time for you, I'd love for you to join me on the Life of And. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast app or listen at ibjpodcast.com.
Do you want to know what really drives change in Indiana? You won't find it in sound bites, you'll find it in stories. Stories from CEOs, lawyers, coaches, entrepreneurs, and community advocates. That's the IBJ Media Podcast Network. Insightful, local, impactful. Find all of our shows by searching IBJ Media in your podcast app or visit ibjpodcast.com.